Congressman Sandro pinaiyak ang isang dilawang kongresista matapos barahin ang pagpasa ng SIM card registration bill. Raul Manuel, bigong harangin ang naturang batas dahil inaprubahan na ito ng Kamara sa second reading nito. Magandang araw bayan, magandang araw Pilipinas. Panibagong araw na naman at meron na naman tayong pag-uusapan. Ngunit bago ang lahat, kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe sa aming channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell para mas maging updated ka sa mga newly released naming videos. Umuwing basag na basag si Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel matapos siyang pasiklaban ni Presidential Son at Ilocos Norte 2nd District Representative Sandro ng pambihirang katalinuhan nito. Ito ay matapos punahin at batikusin ni Raul ang naturang batas na naglalayong pigilan ang paglalaganap ng phone scams at data breaches, kung saan si Congressman Sandro ang isa sa mga sponsors nito. Sa naganap na plenary session, tustadong-tustado ang naturang dilawang congressman sa paninindigan nitong hindi anya dapat na maisabatas ang naturang bill. Narito ang actual footage ng sobrang kahihiyang natamo ni Raul Manuel.
Magandang hapon, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to ask the sponsor of this bill on mandatory SIM card registration kung meron ba tayong masasite na experience sa ibang bansa, given na nabanggit na majority ng mga bansa sa mundo ay merong mandatory SIM card registration. Are there positive experiences kung saan natigil nila or significantly ay napababa yung crime rates with the use of mandatory SIM card registration?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Crimes are not only perpetuated using SIM cards, no? What we are concentrating here are crimes being perpetuated using SIM cards, no?
As we conclude this interpellation, nananatili pa rin yung ating tindig na dapat ay hindi matuloy ang mandatory SIM card registration, Madam Speaker. Yun lamang, salamat sa ating kagalang-galang na sponsor and good day.
Team colleagues, it is my privilege and honor to sponsor for the consideration of this August Chamber House Bill number 14 entitled An Act requiring the registration of subscriber identity module cards, otherwise known as the SIM Card Registration Act. We are now facing an alarming proliferation of text scams and frauds through the use of SMS messaging. They take various forms ranging from ridiculous winnings in raffles, which we have never participated in, to dangerous but fake warnings about problems with our bank accounts. Furthermore, in recent time, this trend has evolved into including our full names pertaining to an entirely new breach of our privacy vis-a-vis a serious leakage of our sensitive information intended to be private. With the responsible government agencies appearing to be helpless about these issues, we must find an appropriate solution. Mr. Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, we propose to deal with this challenge through this measure, the SIM Card Registration Act. The bill seeks to require ownership registration of subscriber identity module SIM cards to eradicate mobile phone-aided scams. Quite simply, under this bill, we would be requiring that for every purchase of a SIM card, the end user or subscriber would provide his personal information, which includes his or her full name, date of birth, gender, his or her address, the assigned cell phone number of the SIM card and its serial number. This representation understands that through this process more questions of privacy might arise, but in this bill contains safeguards, specifically in the confidentiality provision that would create a safe environment for registration to take place. Notwithstanding the confidentiality provision, however, and the provisions of the Data Privacy Act, this measure provides that the public telecommunications entity shall be required to disclose the full name and address contained in the SIM card registration upon a duly issued subpoena or order of a court, upon finding of probable cause, or upon written request from a law enforcement agency in relation to an ongoing investigation that a particular number is used in the commission of a crime or that it was used as a means to commit an unlawful act. Mr. Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, These tech scams have basically shaken or practically eroded our trust and confidence in electronic commerce and digital transactions. Regulating the purchase or sale of SIM cards, among other things, will put at rest the worries of our people that their information is being arbitrarily and maliciously shared with certain parties without approval. Esteemed colleagues, we are aware that there would always be new forms of digital crimes and fraud. The world of technology is a constantly evolving landscape, and we public servants must evolve with it. It is only through this dynamism that I'm sure this august chamber hopes to possess can we provide the relevant legislation to tackle such issues. We must highlight, however, that this act is not going to be a silver bullet against the ongoing scams that have proliferated in the last few months. However, this representation is confident that this will serve as a deterrent against unscrupulous people victimizing our fellow countrymen. The war against malicious forms of technology will be fought one battle at a time, and step by step we shall emerge victorious. We shall win it because we, in the government, have the resolve and the political and moral responsibility as guardians of the people's welfare. Maraming salamat po at magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Samantala, narito naman ang ulat na siyang mas lalong nagpausok sa galit sa mga patuloy na kumakalaban sa pamahalaan. Inaprubahan na ng Kamara sa ikalawang pagbasa ang panukalang nangangailangan ng pagpaparehistro ng lahat ng postpaid at prepaid mobile phone subscriber identity module or SIM cards. Sa plenary session, ipinasa ng Kamara sa voice voting ang House Bill 14 na naglalayong pigilan ang paglaganap ng mobile phone scam, data breaches, at tulungan ang law enforcement agency sa pagresolba sa mga krimen na kinasasangkutan ng paggamit ng mobile phone units. Anong masasabi niyo ukol rito, mga kababayan? Just comment it down below sa comment section and give a massive thumbs up kung nagustuhan mo ang paksang ating tinalakay. At huwag kalilimutang mag-subscribe sa channel na ito. Maraming salamat sa inyong walang sawang panonood.